It occurred to me that, like, my most pronounced work of art sort of is like the mural in my home. Anyway, somewhere it says let's start in the basement. So, like, this is like a movie theater thing that I set up in my basement. I got these, like, cool, like, seats at, like, the Salvation Army. And anyway, because I, like, love movies as much as anything. Um, anyway, things are, like, super messy now for a bunch of reasons. But I'm not going to show you all the mess very much. So, look. These are things I'm, like, giving away, selling books and stuff I don't really want anymore. Anyway, so the wall here and, like, another wall here, like, that are white, used to have this huge mural, and I painted over it, which I now really regret, but it was just kind of a scene of a pond. Anyway, I like movies and movie posters and stuff. Oh, at some point I was like, oh, maybe anybody visits my house can, like, feel free to write this wall, sign it. Anyway, more records I'm giving away. In my garage, whatever. We're just gonna go quick. It's been 1 minute. We're aiming for a 5 minute video. So I started writing on the walls in, like, March of 2019. Like, first I wrote all over the refrigerator. Though since then I've, like, cleaned and written on it again, but it was like sometimes they were notes to myself about the art I was making. Sometimes they were like, so I wrote, like, the universe has to figure something out. That is, like, what I felt like I was channeling. It says documentary or mockumentary. Uh, Bolero. I was probably listening to the song Bolero by Rebel at the time. Yeah, so it's kind of meant to be like a mystery. And I'm trying to figure out. Like, I think I basically know what the answer is, but I don't really understand how to explain the work in a way that is, like, coherent to people. Okay, but this was also, like, a stage of the work that I found was less coherent than when I started actually doing more, like, just, like, abstract work with, like, lines and colors. This is, like, you can look deep and see how, like, oh, this was also, there were these layers of the text, but now kind of there's this abstract Batman and this abstract Michael Jordan. It says MJ if you really look for it. So this room, this is kind of this is the only place I still paint anymore. It's this, like, pointillist rainbow. So I think it's sort of interesting, but I'm still always figuring out, like, how do I present this to, like, people. So in my home, I put this decal that says the Allerton Museum. So that's, like, the concept is that, like, this work can only be displayed in a museum if the home itself is the museum. So you can see, like, I have, like, a little free library where I give books away. These are my books, which I'm gonna bring to Chicago. My home looks like this, like, somewhat unassuming on the outside. 4 minutes. Okay, we're stopping at 5 minutes. There's this, like, kind of sculptural yarn thing. Yeah, it's about kind of, like, the difficult, like, this is supposed to be kind of a metaphor for the project. Like, you're supposed to keep seeing a sense of, like, increasing order. But then ultimately it's still kind of like like a curated mess. Okay. Van Gogh's an influence, obviously. These are from Dollar Tree. They're $1. My bathroom's a pretty tidy room. This is actually meant to be kind of a complex, like, tic-tac-toe puzzle with these glasses, but I haven't finished it yet. This is a room that's, like, I didn't really write anything. I wrote one thing. I wrote "Trust the Universe" on the wall a while ago, but this is like an office. And then this is the room that like I spend the most time thinking and creating in. There's like a Michael Jordan shrine over here. Here's a this was like from I think first grade. I was trying to do that. Anyway, it's Michael Jordan. So autograph. So my biggest influences are Michael Jordan, Vincent Van Gogh, Yoko Ono, Maya Angelou, Rumi. So these are all meant to be like titles of poems. Anyway, here's this thing here's a Leroy Neiman that print that my mom gave me as a kid, right? I punched this hole in the wall. Yeah, because I'm always trying to like double down on the art and be like, this is art, world. Like, this is a worthy way for me to have spent my energy. This counts as art. I'm an actual artist. Somebody give a fuck, please. So we'll just do the last thing I wrote. I believe. Tell me you believe. Say, I believe. John Williams. That's it.